Hello everyone and welcome to Nervous Nessie. In this video, I wanted to do a walkthrough of the Airbnb that I am staying in Yellowstone. Now, I say Yellowstone, it's not technically Yellowstone. It is kind of between Yellowstone and Cody. The name, I've got it on my phone here. The name on Airbnb is Home in Cody, and it's hosted by Erin. Now, Cody is a little bit further up the road here, so I kind of feel, I was glancing at the map, it looks like it's sort of halfway between Cody, like the hub of Cody, and Yellowstone. So you don't go all the way into Cody. But I wanted to do a walkthrough and show you guys what this cabin is like. Now, this cabin, I will say, is a duplex. So right next door is another cabin just like this. And it probably, the bathroom and the kitchen on my side is probably the bathroom and kitchen on the other side of the wall. Because usually when you have like apartments and duplex, a lot of times the plumbing is right next to each other. So if you have two apartments, the connecting wall will have all the plumbing for both of the apartments. And duplexes are a lot of times the same way. Just so you don't have to run all the plumbing on one end of the building and on the far other end, you just run it in the middle and put a wall to divide the two, you know, duplexes or apartments, whatever. I will say I got here super late and I had messaged the woman after, Erin is her name. I'm so tired. I messaged her through Airbnb and gave her an ETA because check-in said 11 p.m. And I was going to get here at like 11:09. So I messaged her and said, hey, this is my ETA because I am just going super slow through Yellowstone. And she messaged me back very fast. She gave me great directions on how to get here. And she said she would leave the porch light on for me. So number one, I would be able to see. And number two, that I would know which building was mine because it is pitch black outside. She said that she would leave the door unlocked and leave the keys inside. And she did all that. I got here, the porch light was on, the door was unlocked, and the keys are hanging up in here. So she is a great host for accommodating me coming in late and giving great directions. So, without further ado, let's do this walkthrough. I'm going to turn the camera around here. So, this is the front door. As you can see, the key is hanging up right here. If you had your own keys or something you need to hang up, that's a great option. We'll start going to the left here. Now, it's kind of dark. I'm going to need to turn these lights on. So, swinging this around. That is super cute. Okay. So this is kind of the bedroom area. You got your little lights up there. They're super cute. You do have a TV right there. You do have a rolling cart kind of set up and some hangers if you need to hang up your clothes. That's nice. Looks like maybe two twin beds pushed together or a full bed. I don't think this is a queen. Could be a queen. I don't know. I'm a terrible judge of beds. But yeah, nice little bed, cute little quilt. And then on this side, you do have a lamp. See if I can figure out, oh, up underneath here. So you do have a nice little lamp there. There is one outlet down here that you can plug into. And you do have a little shelf underneath this table. So there's one outlet there. And then if we come around, there is an outlet down here if you need it. There's also 4 little outlets there that are empty that you could use if you really needed to. I do want to go ahead and point out the blinds here are, you just slide them up and down, and then you can open the window if you want fresh air coming in. When I got here, the windows were open, but I closed them because I don't, the road is like right out here. You're not gonna be able to see it because it's too dark, but I don't want the noise from the road to wake me up, so I closed the window right next to the bedroom, and there is a window back here too. Thermostat underneath the light there if you need to change the temperature. Then you have a little living room area with a love seat and a table. On this side of the bed is 2 little outlets there. And then I'm going to come around here. So we've got a nice big garbage can. Looks like heaters right there. Probably the main heater. And then you probably take this and move it if you need a second heater. I don't know. I don't need a heater. You do have broom and dustpan. And then you have your kitchen area. You have a little fridge, an oven, coffee maker, microwave. Let's check out the drawers. You got some basic kitchen tools for cooking. Down here, you have pots and pans and like a little trivet to put your hot pots and pans on so it doesn't mess up the counter. While I'm down here in the floor, scoot over underneath the sink. You do have a step stool should you need to reach the upper cabinets. You have stuff for doing dishes and cleaning. This drawer, more pots and pans, mixing bowls, got some pens and paper in the back, and you have your basic silverware, some knives. You've even got an ice cream scooper and a can opener. Here's another, like if you have wine, if you're going to be actually doing something where you're baking or whatever. Kind of want to look here and see. That doesn't seem to want to. Sometimes underneath the stoves, the little drawer will pull out. It's a warming drawer, and sometimes there's people use it as storage. I guess they don't. It's a little small oven, but I mean, for vacation, you really don't need that much anyway. So upper cabinets, got some spices, coffee filter, got some Tupperware pitchers, some little plastic bowls, and your toaster. You do have a little clippy here if you need to clip something. You got a hook here if you need to hook something. And then up here is your plates, bowls, coffee mugs, and glasses. So you have pretty much everything that you'd really need for staying in a little cabin while you're visiting Yellowstone. Then you've got your fridge here. Now, if this was my fridge, I would prefer the door open like this way so I can easily access it while standing in the kitchen, but it's actually reversed. Come Got ice tray up there, so if you want you can fill up. It does have ice in it, and then you have this little extra tray that you can put the ice in there. And then in the fridge, it's just a little basic fridge. Very clean. I hate when I open a fridge and it's just filthy, but this one's very clean. And then you got another window. You also have this little table which has all my junk on it. I get everything out of my car every night just to make sure nobody's gonna break into my car, the rental car, and get anything. So I lug everything in. It's all piled up here, but you have a 2-top table. You can use the little bottom shelf there for storage if you need to. And then the little coffee table also has a little shelf for storage underneath it as well. I want to check. I have not checked this. Okay, it's not. I was going to check and see if this is a sofa bed that pulls out, but it is not, which is fine. And then here is the bathroom, the door to the bathroom. On this side, you have 2 hooks in case you need it. And then on this side, you do have a bar built into the door in case you need to hang your towels. And cute little bathroom, very simple. Counter space, not a whole lot of counter space, but it's fine. It's a little small cabin for like 2 people, maybe 3. Underneath here is some cleaning supplies, washcloths, hand towels, and regular towels. And then you do have a mirror. You also have another little mirror in this medicine cabinet. So if you wanted to, you could put your toiletry items in the medicine cabinet there. You do have an outlet there. Basic toilet, box tissue in case you need it. There is a heater down here as well. Keep in mind that if you come in the winter, it's going to get extremely cold, so definitely have a lot of heaters wherever you're staying, and this one has plenty. You do have some more towels here with your little towel rack, and then your shower. Oh, before I forget, you do have a hook up here, and then in your shower has all kinds of little nooks and crannies to like put all of your shower stuff in. And then you also do have a hook there, so maybe if you have like a loofah, you could hang it right there. Basic shower. It's very clean, which is really, really nice. Again, I hate when I get somewhere and it's really dirty, but this one is really nice. I don't know if I mentioned, but yes, there is outlet there. There is some soap there if you need it as well. The only thing, oh, and there is an outlet down there that hooks up to, I've got it, okay, what am I doing wrong here? I know this has got to be a user error thing. I'm doing it with one hand. Behind this is an air conditioner. And I shut the blinds and now I can't get them back open. But there is a small air conditioner built into this window. I just can't get the shades back up for some reason. I feel like it's probably caught. Yep, there it goes. It was caught on the air conditioner itself. Okay, so you have your window, you have this small little air conditioner. I would imagine 90 degrees is probably, 90 something degrees is probably the hottest it gets here. So you wouldn't use the air conditioner too terrible much. You could open the windows at night to let a breeze through, and then that'll kind of cool the place off. But I am gonna close this window because the street is out there and I don't want people looking in while I sleep. I guess you could maybe put a towel or something over the window if that is something that bothers you. In the kitchen, the extra outlet is right here next to the coffee maker. I've already got my GoPro stuff charging because I ran my battery down all day today. But yeah, it's a really nice little cabin, and it's pretty close to Yellowstone, so you don't have to drive terribly far. The only thing that I think that I see so far that could possibly be better is come over here in the bedroom. To me, outlets are important because I do have to charge, you know, my phone, I have to charge GoPro batteries, I have to charge a bunch of stuff. So having a lot of outlets is very important to me. With the nightstand being over here, I will most likely sleep on this side of the bed, but there's only one outlet underneath there. Technically it's two, but I would have to unplug the lamp. So obviously whenever I travel, I'm used to it. I bring a power strip, so I'm going to use the power strip so I can charge multiple things, but it would be nice to have like a power strip there, and or have like USB where you know, you can like have a power strip that has USB, because in this modern age, USB, everybody plugs up with USB. So it would be nice to have like just a little thing, maybe put it at the base of the lamp and have it plugged into that one outlet so that you can charge several things at once up there. And if you wanted a bonus, do the same thing over here. Now, you could easily scoot the bed over to where the frame is up against the table here. You could actually push the table all the way up against the wall and then push the bed all the way up against the table. It gives you about 2.5 feet worth of walking room. If you did that, you basically have the width of the table to walk on this side of the bed. But the advantage of doing that is it gives you room between the sofa or the love seat and the bed to add a table over here as an extra nightstand for this side, and you could plug into the outlet and have another power strip on this side. But that's just me. That's what I would do if this was my place. But other than that, I feel like the place is great. And if there's anything that I discover after the fact, because I still have to shower and I still have to sleep here. So if I find out anything, I will add it in my video for tomorrow. But until then, bye.